When Governor Baker abruptly closed all non-essential businesses and told us to stay home, how are you motivated to reach out instead?
Like everybody else, I was really worried about myself and my family and my business here and what was going to happen, and the sky is falling, and it was really scary. And then I noticed, the restaurants starting to go through the same thing and having to shut down. And I saw one of them, Diane at the Minuteman Diner, was posting on Facebook that she had kind of pivoted to try to make something work. So she was doing a lot more takeout and doing these big family style trays of food. And that kind of lit the light bulb in my head. And I was like, wait a minute, what if we can get people sign up for a shift, go buy food from Diane or from Pepper's or from Ken's or a million different places in the area, and bring it to one of the local hospitals to feed these, healthcare workers.
It was serendipitous because I saw her post. It was that frustration of, I got to do something. I'm a person that has to, I have to be active. I have to be doing. And I was like, what can we do? How do we move the needle? How do we do this? It was totally grassroots and just enthusiasm. It is to serve as a bridge between helping the restaurants and the local mom and pops and the healthcare workers. We are in essence just a bridge. We're connecting people here that need support and love, and they've always supported us. And the healthcare workers on the other end who need the food and the fuel to keep them going. We're just a bridge in the middle.
We all know somebody in this, right? Whether you frequent these restaurants and you're worried that they might not come back from this, or you've got your mother, your sister, your niece, your friend, grandmother, whoever that's either a frontline nurse or doctor or other staff at these hospitals, or their patients there. I mean, sadly, we all are affected. So I think it's been a way for people to feel like they can do something and they can give back. We've raised over $30,000, and I think we're close to 4,000 meals. Not once has one of the restaurant owners told us no. And think about that. So I'll be like, I need 90 meals to Beth Israel in 3 hours. Can you do it? And they're like Popeye, like, yep, we got it. So they're not, they're doing an amazing job. And then the reaction on the other end, we've had nurses and doctors calling us, almost in tears, like, this is the only food I would have had a chance to eat all day because I can't take all my stuff off and leave and go to the cafeteria and this and that. And they're like, just to know that we're not alone and that we are supported by people. It's just been amazing. So it really is this, I'm going to say like win-win-win, because it's the local restaurants, like I already said, it's the healthcare workers, and then it's also the community. So people from Westford to Bedford to Billerica. I got a check in the mail from Connecticut because they have a connection to somebody locally.
What's amazing is that the first people to say, how else can we help? What more can we do? Are the restaurants. So when we say, we want to help you, here's an order of 50, they're like, all right, you know what? We're going to throw in an extra 10 and drinks and this and that. And we're like, no, we're trying to help you. And they're like, yeah, but we want to help too. And that speaks volumes to the humanity right now. I mean, it's cross culture, it's cross town, it's cross everything.
There's a lot more people besides Artie and I. We're these great people. So it takes a village. That's anytime someone thinks me or us, we're like, no, it's a village.
Which hospitals and organizations have you served? And I know that people are still sending you daily requests for others to be added, aren't they?
We have a list on our Facebook group, which is Operation Feed the Soul.
The roster is at least 23 strong. So got Winchester, Beverly, big ones in Beth Israel, Mount Auburn, Boston Medical, Children's, Salem. Tufts Medical, we're just starting up with. We've hit a bunch of the Harvard vanguards, the Melrose Hospital, the Marlborough Hospital, and in Leominster, the UMass Hospital. This weekend, actually, we're going to also hit up some of the labs that are doing the testing work. We've also been able to provide food to the post office, the fire department, the police department, EMTs. We have provided food to them as well.
We really need to get the word out even more as the requests expand. We're only as good as the donations that continue to come in, frankly.
And most importantly, how can people donate or get involved?
Financially is certainly extremely helpful and always needed. They can Venmo. Suzanne-Kohler, Koller -1. People, if they are not on Venmo or they're not comfortable with that, they can mail a check to my office. And then, some people can't donate financially, and we completely understand that. It's a tough time. So that's where the beautiful, boots on the ground, if people want to volunteer to drive, they can ping us on the Facebook group.
It's been unbelievable, the outpouring of people that want to drive, that just we want to help. Can we just do the pick up and drop off? Call me, pick me.
The other two things that have spun out of this, which we're also equally proud of, is this amazing woman here in Bedford named Deborah Ann started making snack packs. And now she has her whole own separate Facebook group, connected with ours.
The snack initiative that Deborah Ann is leading is called the Snack Pack Project.
She's got over 40 people, and they've done like thousands of snack packs. So, so those are being delivered whenever possible along with the meals. And then the other thing was, this came right from the hospitals. This is going to be hard, but they're so heartbroken for the patients, because as you all know, they cannot have any visitors, no friends, no family, nobody. And then even when the doctors and nurses come in, my friend's a nurse at Emerson, and she said, we come in looking like aliens. They can't see their faces. And it's really isolating. So they said if people could make cheerful get well cards and encouragement cards, that they would hang them up in their rooms. So we've had hundreds and hundreds of cards left. That's another, you can leave the cards. I have a bag out front in my office constantly. I try to let it sit for 3 days to keep germs safe. So I cycle it in and out, and then I let it sit. But that's a way that families have gotten involved. So I'd say more than half the cards are made by children. So we've been getting those delivered as well. So there's just so many different ways that people can get involved. And I'll tell you, I'm so proud, but it is making a huge, huge impact.
If someone is not on Facebook, how can they get in touch with you?
My cell phone number is 617-799-5913, or they can email me at suzanne@suzanco.com.
You can reach me on email, arthi.kaporia@gmail.com. In the subject line heading, if you just put Operation Feed the Soul or OFTS or some point of reference, I'll be sure to know what it's talking about.
How long do you think you'll be doing it?
So I think as long as we have people, and as long as we have the funds, and as long as we have the support, we're going to keep on going, because I think this is going to, as much as we'd love to say it'll be done tomorrow, there is no definitive timeline. So when you say how long are we going to go, we're going to go as long as we can. As long as there's gas in the tank, we're doing this. But we're asking people to put more gas in our tank if they could, so that way we can keep on keeping on.